And I was like, what? No, no, I'm just here to have a mammogram and I had some pain, but I didn't have a lump. Like, no, you're wrong. The radiologist came in and said, you have a very angry lump and I'm not letting you leave without a biopsy. I found out, that I was um, positive for breast cancer. I'm triple positive. So that means I have the hormone receptor and the HER2. The oncologist told me that they felt I was like a 2B or a 3A, and that because of the size that they wanted to do a PET scan. And that showed that the breast cancer had metastasized, and it was in my liver and in my spine, and then obviously in my right breast. So that moved me from an early stage to a late stage diagnosis. I think initially you're shocked. And so when we thought it was earlier stage, I think just because the media has portrayed it as like this pink thing, and that, so we really adopted that mindset of like, oh, we're going to kick its butt, and it's just going to be this small blip and it's just not a big deal, because it's kind of portrayed as the easy cancer. And, there is nothing easy about it. And it's really not this pink party. It's hard. It's stressful. And it took a lot out of me, even if I wouldn't have had the late stage. My oncologist really didn't know many other women who have had such a wonderful response and had lived this long with it. And so it was hard to find hope and to find stories of young women surviving with stage 4 breast cancer. But I think when you're living with a terminal illness and didn't expect to be here after 5 years, you kind of just have to take that good with the bad. And I've learned kind of how to balance both of them. October will be my 7th year living with breast cancer. I am part of the Michigan Breast Cancer Coalition, and they are really big into legislation advocacy. We went to Washington, D.C. in the spring with the National Breast Cancer Coalition and spoke to our representatives, encouraging them to support the Metastatic Breast Cancer Access to Care Act, which will help women who are unable to work access Social Security and Medicare sooner. I have friends that I've met, in the last 7 years. I have pictures of like 5 of us and there's 2 of us left. So some people do need access quickly. They can't wait 6 months. My message to other women who are starting their breast cancer journey is to take a deep breath and slow down. I know, like, when it's inside of you, you think it must just be rapidly growing exponentially, but there is time to figure out the best treatment for you and your family, and to always question and advocate for yourself, and, to take help if it's offered. I think sometimes we tend to think we can do it all on our own. It takes a village to raise kids, but I also think it takes a village to live through and with cancer.